Okay, guys, so I have pulled up a video of Guardians of the Galaxy Mission Breakout. I have pulled up, this is a really good Q video that we're going to have, and then we'll transition into a ride video that features a version of the ride that Monkey's been on, just to spare him the spoilers and whatnot, because Monkey, you've been on it 5 times at this point, correct?
Yes, and out of those 5 times, I've experienced 3 of the different versions.
And you're still, like, of course, the spoiler-free gentleman that you are, you're still trying to avoid spoilers for anything that occurs in the other 3 versions.
Indeed.
All right. So just to be fair on Monkey's part, we'll play a video that Monkey has experienced. But in the meantime, let's transition right into the opening. Now, keep in mind, folks, this video, I believe, is from, like, the opening day ceremony. So there's going to be, like, you know, like these, I'm guessing these lights and everything, and there's like a curtain around the collector's statue that you're going to see in a moment. Like, that's all just like opening day promotional stuff, I'm assuming. So, hey, that no mind. Okay. So what do we think about the sign?
Well, this is a really cool detail I actually missed before seeing it here. Because, you know, you kind of skip past the sign. Like, I want to see what's inside, man. I want to see what's inside. Because, I noticed, you see Rocket Raccoon's his paw prints coming off the side. He
and then on the back side of the sign, there's more of the paw prints.
And the paw prints were actually all over the construction walls, right?
Oh, really? Oh, well, I mean, I know later.
Monkey, can you confirm that?
I didn't really go through there. I mean, like, I
swear I remember seeing, like, you know, like
it's possible. I haven't really been in that area
they
since
put up,
Tower
like,
was around.
But you know what kind of walls I'm talking about, right? Like the ones that are up near Star Wars Land right now. Like,
oh yeah, of course.
Like those kind of construction walls had the red rocket footprints all over them, just like these do. So it's kind of been a big part of the marketing.
One other thing I want to
funny thing about this sign.
Yeah.
Funny thing about this sign. So I was gonna, like, when I was making my initial thoughts video, like, an initial plan I'd had was to say, like, give my whole thing and then say something like, but however, like, so that's why I would say, however, there's a sign outside the ride that says Guardians of the Galaxy Mission Breakout. Now, why would there be a sign outside of the ride that's outside of this place on nowhere that says Guardians of the Galaxy Mission Breakout? That is thematically incorrect, and because of that, the whole attraction is awful.
Well,
I
technically,
I wanted to say something like that, but look, they actually make it, like, fit in with the theme.
Right.
Like, we're, like, first time on display, Guardians of the Galaxy from the Tavon collection.
Exactly.
So, yeah, I couldn't do that.
And also, Monkey, you do know that chronologically, or in canon, the
I guess this is non-canon?
No, I'm saying in the canon of the ride itself. In the canon of the ride itself, like, this actually takes place at Disneyland. Like, the whole tower has landed at Disneyland, and that hence Rocket
like
referencing Disneyland.
That's definitely the fan theory that the thing can, like,
I'll get to Rocket mentioning Disneyland later.
Yeah.
Okay.
But the fan theory can be moved. So
the Tavon logo looks kind of like the logo on that one company that makes clothes and such.
You're gonna have to be a little bit more specific.
I think it starts with an R. I don't remember. Like, I'm wearing, like, that like, there's a similar logo on my shorts right now.
No. I'm not a big fashion guy. I'm sorry.
I really like the letter E
it's
on the
just the
Breakout
logo
sign.
I recognize.
Yeah.
The letter E is kind of cool. Doesn't it's kind of a space E.
A space E.
Yeah, see, there's no line. It looks all kind of cool and, like, all kind of artifact.
Oh, if only there was no line for any ride in Disneyland. I mean, I'm sure, like, I know you need people for a park to thrive and make money, but, you know, for my pleasure, for the personal pleasure of a guest.
Okay.
It's not like I can go anytime I wish.
You know, it'd be kind of cool, but probably impractical. But, you know, imagine this, just to kind of justify the sound real quick. What if, because it is first time on display Guardians of the Galaxy. What the mission was like, you know, collectors holographically, holographically as in, like, it's like projected onto, like, a little light projecting something, mission, this or that, and then Rocket, like, mess with it would say Breakout. I'm saying that'd be another way of them kind of maybe.
Yeah, I think it implied that the sign is, like, incomplete, like they're.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you think the mission was going to be?
Mission exploration.
Tourist destination?
A destination sounds better.
Yeah, fair enough. Okay.
Mission tourism.
Keep it moving.
Mission make a lot of units. Make a lot of space bucks.
Mission
Okay,
merchandising.
Yes. Oh, there's a cool statue. Yeah. Now, if I'm right here, these are the little thing and he's holding there is like one of those rats from Morag. Like kind of the space rats that Peter Quill's like singing into at the beginning of Guardians.
That sounds about right.
But then again, it's a little big. It might be one. It looks like some sort of breed of one of those things.
Uh-huh. Of course, a popular fan thing is that they wish that they would have made this statue into Howard the Duck, and it would be basically like a takeoff on the partner statue. It'd be the Collector and Howard the Duck holding hands.
That would be
That
amazing.
I would love that
amazing.
so much.
But at the same time, Howard Duck's not really the hand-holding type, so that's the only reason that he probably just like they'll cross his.
Well, maybe he'd be like holding hands reluctantly, right? Like he'd be like, "Nah."
Or be better. Okay, so he's holding hands, but he's also like drinking at the same time. He's just like,
this is a Disney park, so we're gonna have to be realistic about it. I don't know. I think he's
know
just
Pirates has a sex slave auction.
Oh God.
Well, okay, here's something.
Not my phrase. Not my phrasing. Not my phrasing.
All right, here's something better and family friendly. He's holding a hand, but he's also giving like kind of the Tony Stark peace sign with the other hand, like peace, all for that.
Okay, this is the only substantial detail we get in the outer queue, which is the Mantis wanted sign.
Which is again, briefly recap, just that's Mantis in the comic. She's like, she's on the outs with the Collector, and basically, she's in an ally to the Guardians. If he has the Guardians, doesn't want Mantis breaking them out. So that's kind of the thing going on there.
Mm-hmm.
There's also like a backstage area that they turn into extended queues. And it has like posters of like the Mantis poster and posters of the Guardians.
Mm-hmm.
Nice. I do have to wonder.
Display.
I do have to wonder the chronology of this, just with the Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2 film, because again, that was changing during the ride with
I just think it's kind of just loosely set a little bit after Volume 2.
Yeah, I think. Yeah, although the Walkman's in it, but
God, well,
maybe it's like Harry Potter and the Forbidden
Journey.
Journey.
Another Walkman.
Well, I get that it's out of it's kind of in this nice kind of space outside the continuity of it's like in between movies almost, and it's.
Yeah, I think it's like non-canon.
You're right. It is non-canon. I'm just saying, like, regardless, like.
Don't worry, kid. None of this is canon.
But,
like I said, Forbidden Journey. Maybe it's kind of like that.
Right.
I'm just saying, like, the 1 million units thing is kind of suggesting she's valuable because she's tied into the living planet. It's like, oh my God, she's friends with the living planet. 1 million units, she's very valuable.
Could be.
Yeah.
Okay.
The paint job.
Yeah, it is a nice paint job.
Yeah, they have plants and such. There's also like a window that it looks like Rocket broke through or something, broke out of.
Nice. So I like how the whole storyline of Rocket breaking out is like present throughout the entire queue.
Oh
like,
yeah.
All the way through, like from the first time you see the sign.
So let's take a moment just to decompress all the awesome stuff we're seeing in this room here. So of course this is
like there's a floor.
Really? There's a floor. Anyway, you have all these awesome cages, very much in the style of like what we saw in the movie. It's like a great recreation of what we saw of the Collector. It looks like the Collector's place on the move. It's just an excellent recreation of so many great little Easter eggs and all sorts of.
The Collector's Playhouse.
Right.
Both Pee Wee Herman as the Collector. God, yes.
Oh God.
But yeah, we have so many. Not sure we're going to see everything in this video. So much cover like kind of the most impressive stuff here. We have.
He's got Figment, the bastard.
True. Yes, they have.
The Disney fans need to riot about this.
Yeah, reportedly we have a few great little ride in this kind of Disneyland Easter eggs. We got Matterhorn Yetis in there somewhere.
Oh, we'll get to that. We'll get to that.
Get to
That's
him.
easy to spot.
We got, of course, Figment as mentioned, and somewhere there's a little bit of a mystery with a bellhop hat from the Tower Rise.
Yeah.
Well, it's a nice.
We can get to some of them later. We'll see them later in the queue.
Oh.
So some of the stuff later.
Right.
Later.
Well, right there in the there's one point because it's right there in shot on the bottom left. You have the eye of it's called the Warlock side, something that ties into Asgard. It was in the Odin treasure room we saw in the Thor movies. It's kind of neat to see it there. It's basically something kind of like you can use against your opponents.
I like that kind of shrunken head in that blue jar, or whatever the hell it's supposed to be.
You know what would be great? Because
What?
I think they've said that some of the stuff like up above might get changed out throughout the year.
Oh, that's a cool idea. I'd love that.
Our time.
Yeah.
So if they do that, one of these things in there should be one of the replacements should be Shrunken Ned.
Yes. Oh my god. Especially if Shrunken Ned, because I heard they're expanding Bengal barbecue, and Shrunken Ned might be going the way of Yesterland.
A victim, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, Shrunken Ned would be a great cameo. Dragon, that's it's like a coin op fortune teller thing. And it's an animatronic head, and it's kind of like, oh, I am Shrunken Ned. I will tell your future. Oh, man.
So I guess just you want to talk about the pre-show now, or what?
Yeah, sure. I mean, I just absolutely love, Benicio del Toro just hamming it up here. He's doing a really fun job.
Oh yeah, this is my favorite part of the ride. To be honest, I love this pre-show so much. Of course, this pre-show shot by as you expect, very faithfully shot by James Gunn and all the original cast.
It's just cool to see Chris Pratt in a ride.
Certainly, I mean, who wouldn't love that?
People who don't like Chris Pratt, but whatever, that's them.
It's a very, very few select group of hate mongers there. I'll tell you that much. Anyway, so yeah, of course we have we have the collector here's kind of like greeting everyone, and of course the scary connotation already been over is this whole if the collector's greeting you, but he's also kind of inviting you to be an exhibit. That's kind of the point of this whole ride. Like again, if you get scanned and you walk in there, you might not be walking out. You might be put into a cage, like the Guardians as they're wonderfully introduced here. No, this is such a great kind of reveal shot of all of them all lined up.
Yeah, I love the hand scanning thing that they use throughout the ride. I think it's a very good use of like getting the audience involved in a fun sort of interactive way that isn't really intrusive to the overall experience.
Yeah. And it's kind of, and again, we saw like that's how you open doors in the Guardians of the Galaxy, because like when Quill's trying to get rid of the orb in the first one, you wave the arms and you open the doors of the shop and stuff.
Right, exactly.
It's really cool.
Yeah. Well, the sad thing is like some of the like flashing lights during that part, like the little tiny lights weren't working. Like almost a week later, after opening.
So just to kind of decompress this a little, because again, it's absolutely my favorite part of this thing. I just love the idea of just they're all kind of bickering and commenting on the situation.
I love Gamora punching that thing. And
Gamora's
just like, see, told you.
Gamora's my favorite part of this thing, by the way, because again, I always usually point out that Quill wanted. And this is directly in the comics. Quill wanted to check. He was invited by the Collector, and is basically told about, hey, come check out our exhibits. We might have some stuff to help you fight the Galaxy. He points he's invited somehow, and he comes in there because there'd be cool exhibits, and that's the reason. And again, that's what he's saying on the ride. It's just hilarious. He was basically like, I wanted to go to Disneyland. That's essentially pretty much rationale for getting everyone trapped in this predicament. I just love Gamora's like chewing them out over it. Now we also have a nod to, again, my favorite bit from the first Guardians movie with we have like a sign saying Guardians of the Galaxy yet again, and Quill pointing it out. So it's kind of a fun light homage to that, and saying, hey, look, again, Quill's is looking on the bright side. Look, we got a nice sign and everything. They're going over like, oh yeah, I got my stats here. At least they call me a leader, but my real name's Star-Lord. What does mine say? Drax the Destroyer. Ha! That is
correct.
Yes. And my only gripe with this is that it's either like they didn't do the voice thing, they didn't like the modulate the voice properly, because apparently Vin Diesel does voice Baby Groot here, but he doesn't sound at all like he does everywhere else with Baby Groot. It just sounds really off.
Right. Yeah.
Sounds almost like a different voice actor.
Maybe it's at the start of his puberty.
That actually kind of makes sense in the timeline. If this is like
again out of continuity, so.
Well, yeah, I know, but I mean, I'm just saying, like, if this is after Guardians Volume 2, but before the, before the teenage growth spurt happens.
I could buy that, actually. I think it might be on something there. I could buy that. Anyway, so it's the hilarious bickering again. Poor Gamorre's like punching the cell, keeps getting shocked the crap up. Zoe Saldana really funny. I'm not a daughter of this. Oh, guys, just this whole thing was fun and amused me. And then, of course, the collector here is kind of gloating over.
Oh, he's great. He's great.
And we already passed Stan Lee.
Yes. Yeah, we should definitely make mention of that. Of course, one of the best little Easter eggs is when the collector introduces everything. Of course, we see Stan Lee as part of the collection.
Which I missed the first time.
How do you miss Stan Lee?
Well, because you're walking
I was
through
looking
really
at Cosmo. I think I was looking at Cosmo.
Yeah.
Right. Forgot.
Yeah. But, I mean, yeah, leading up to this, you're thinking like, hey, I hope Stan Lee's in it. I mean, why wouldn't he be? Hell, he's in the Spider-Man ride.
True.
So what is the Stan Lee gag? It's basically like,
hey, do you guys validate?
Right, right. Do you guys validate?
Wasn't he originally going to be one of the collector's things?
Monkey, you're absolutely right. That was the original,
but they ended up not going with it because the gag involved him giving the bird.
Yes, he was flipping Groot the bird, which, first of all, how would you ever flip poor Groot off? That's kind of essentially that's where they kind of landed on, and they get ruined like another brief one. So it's just Rocket commentating on like, you dirty perv, you're married or something. It's,
it's classic Stan Lee cameo.
Yeah. Anyway, so Tiki, you really like this bit, don't you?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh, just look at them; they're so cute.
And then the collector, I believe, goes on the space.
And if you look in the background on the right at one point when he's walking by, you might be able to make out Howard.
Oh wow!
Oh,
okay.
All right. Oh wait, I think
Howard's in one of the seats behind him.
I think I see him on the very left there. See,
no, he'll be on the right.
Oh no!
I don't think you can tell in this shot.
Well, if he's in that case on the very right, I think I can see a shadow. Maybe I don't know, but
yeah, it's like a small silhouette.
Okay, well, that's kind of cool.
Should be somewhere around here.
Yeah, there he is. Oh, there he is, right?
Oh, I see it. Yeah.
Okay,
yeah, that would have been it.
So, importantly, the collector's also boasting that, again, yes, Rocket Raccoon famous for escaping prisons. He won't escape this place because of the, because basically everything's linked to, like, kind of the central power core, essentially.
Yeah.
Yes.
I love the power core. It's so bad.
Yes, and of course, there's also the big drop into nothingness. It's a bunch of spinning blades of death. So there's that too. There's that logo.
How they raise the stakes of that, right? Like, whereas the original, it's just like, okay, you dropped to the bottom of a hotel elevator floor. Whereas this, it's like spikes and stuff are gonna kill you.
I honestly haven't thought of that until now. So.
Adam Warlock. Look who it is. It's Adam Warlock.
Okay, let's address this for a moment. So this essentially is this is the ride being in a position where, again, while they were making this ride, before they kind of knew stuff in Volume 2. So again, that's why things don't exactly match up. But then again, it's kind of out of continuity. So that's kind of the saving, kind of protects them from everything in the grand scheme. I'm just saying. I think that's why Groot kind of changed in size in development. He was full grown, then he turns into a baby Groot. Then he was a potted plant for a while, then baby Groot again.
Right.
So so here there was a tease. Sorry.
Go on.
I was gonna say that this was supposed to be the Cocoon Adam Warlock emerges from, but then James Gunn let's just say he kind of retconned that for the second one, saying, well, I'm going to do the Cocoon even better. So the first one, it's my bad. He's acknowledged, it's my bad. I put it in there. Now I did it again so I can make it better. So that's kind of why we have the Cocoon in there. We also have a bunch of other stuff which just might kind of list off here because it's going to be kind of hard to see it.
Yeah, of course, there's Cosmo.
That's an important one because, of course, Cosmo, maybe in the future Guardians, to be honest with you, he might be joining the team because he was
voiced by Dolph Lundgren.
I would love it. Again, I just love that idea. But, I'm down for that. I don't know if anyone else...
What if he was voiced by Darren Norris?
I'd like that too, but I mean...
Remind me who Darren Norris is?
The voice of Cosmo on Fairly Odd Parents.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I could see that.
Also, he doesn't
like he's doing the same Cosmo voice.
Oh, God.
That just occurred to me in the moment there. Okay, there's some Chitauri weaponry.
Oh, yeah.
Let's see. I think to the left we might see some Terrigen. I don't know where it is, but just in there we have some Terrigen crystals, which are actually no, it's crystal. It's crystal enough, I guess. So it's Terrigen crystals are tied to Agents of Shield. Basically, they give us Inhumans who are soon going to have their own TV show. Basically, they make space mutants. That's what Terrigen crystals do.
That would.
All right.
I just picture like a sitcom called Space
Oh,
Mutants.
actually,
That would be a funny
there.
sketch.
I'm sorry. There was those right there. Those three things. Those are the Terrigen crystals. Sorry, I just wanted to get it right there.
Got it.
Okay. Yeah.
And let's see what is this thing at the end here?
Looks like there's more floor. Hallelujah.
Oh my god.
Hallelujah. Hallelujah.
Just look at the intricate chain links.
Yes.
So beautiful.
Yeah.
Now, again, those two things in the foreground there, just below the collector, there's two cases.
Yeah.
Of course, again, that's the it's the
Yeah.
Warlock's Eye from the treasure room, and on the left there, if I'm right, that is. Oh, I know exactly what this is. Again, interestingly, you got some Asgardian stuff right there. Kind of the prime, kind of the stuff he's really showing off.
Dragon? You know what? I think the Asgardian stuff is just kind of a cue that this is going to tie in somehow to Thor Ragnarok.
Quite possibly.
Because remember, we have that tie that you keep mentioning where the Grandmaster is tied to the Collector. So
Yeah,
I don't know. I think we're going to see this place in Thor Ragnarok. That's my theory.
That is absolutely possible, Tiki. I wouldn't be surprised because again, the Tavan group, they're all very, very close and very good friends. And they might be of the same race. I know, like they're part of a club, a very a prestigious group together. He collects really rare objects. He collects rare competitors, and of course, a lot of Asgardian stuff. Also, the idea, I guess, just with trade and the way things go, because Asgardians brought him an Infinity Stone, which he has. Which again, we're definitely going to see the Collector again in Infinity War, absolutely. Because again,
Sure.
I think it's pretty safe to assume Thanos is going to be making a few pit stops along the way to Earth.
Mm-hmm.
Insert to Infinity and Beyond joke here.
Yep, and of course these are the Dark Elves in the book about the Dark Elves from Thor 2, and just in case we don't see it, the other big let's go. Okay, this is cool. Right.
What were you saying, Dragon?
I'm saying a lot of cool ones here. Part of me's like wondering like, if we're going to see some of the other stuff I wanted to bring up. Otherwise, I'm just going to mention it. So they go, of course, Cosmo again. Of course, it's a really cool animatronic on Cosmo too. Let's highlight that too. It's really neat. It'd be great
it's
if
not the most sophisticated animatronic, but it looks pretty realistic.
It would have been a stretch because they don't want to like kind of say, "Oh, we have a different actor, maybe." But the Cosmo communicates with people telepathically, so they could have like a little voice coming out, like in people's heads almost.
Well, I think the reason why Dragon is like you said, we might see Cosmo in Volume 3 or beyond. So.
Exactly, and they don't want to just like, well, why is there a completely different voice? But then again, usually Disney likes to do a sound alike instead of just they kind of made up voice. That's kind of what they. Okay, I'll mention it here then just to make sure we don't. So a few items I got to highlight here. Of course, Stormbreaker. Stormbreaker is very important. Stormbreaker is something we might see in Thor Ragnarok or a future Thor film. Beta Ray Bill is a deep cuts Thor reference. He's basically sounds ridiculous. Basically, kind of Thor with a horse's head.
Okay,
I know sounds ridiculous, but I swear to God, again, Tiki, when we watch Planet Hulk,
BoJack Thorman.
Don't come on.
It would have to be Thor's Man.
But
that one producer guy wakes up with the head of Thor in his bed.
Oh man,
Kevin Feige wakes up with Chris Hemsworth.
The fathers of the galaxy.
I knew they were unhappy with contracts, but not this much.
Godfathers of the Galaxy should be a movie. I would watch the hell out of that movie.
I would also watch that movie.
No, wait, what's the good line?
Oh my god.
Are we done with this bit? Can I go on saying my thing, or you want to be laughing up again, huh?
Okay. Anyways,
so Stormbreaker is we have like a Thor hammer, which just given the events that we've seen in the trailer for Thor Ragnarok, I don't know. That's saying maybe that hammer will make its way to Thor, or just at the very least, again, we might tease a Beta Ray Bill, or at least a deep comics reference to the takeaway. If we never see Beta Ray Bill, hey, if you recognize what that thing is, it belongs to Beta Ray Bill. Hooray!
I mean, before Guardians of the Galaxy, I would say we would never see Beta Ray Bill. After Guardians of the Galaxy, I'm like, we could see anyone at this point.
Well, trust me, T. When we watch Planet Hulk, the animated film, you'll know who Beta Ray Bill is. You'll meet him.
Please tell me we get a cameo from the Tim Robbins character in Howard the Duck. Yeah.
Afraid we can't have every wish fulfilled, Monkey. I'm afraid we can't. So there are also some items from Atlantis, essentially Marvel's Aquaman, who's kind of again like one of the first heroes created by Marvel back in their timely days. It was Captain America.
So they can finally turn the submarine voyage into an Atlantis ride.
Yes, yes.
Maybe one day. Yeah, they're tied up in rights issues because kind of like, see, the Human Torch was also, they had a robot version of the Human Torch, which was in Captain America: The First Adventure, as Loki.
Right.
And much like the Human Torch, there's kind of some rights issues because they used the robot Human Torch because that was back in the Marvel days, but with the Submariner, he became a prominent Fantastic Four character, so that's why we haven't seen the Submariner yet, and there's also like competition with Aquaman, so those are kind of the two things tying up the... They had like a very small hint at him, though, because there was a... In Iron Man 2, they had a whole bunch of like little circled areas, and like, like one was in the water, for Atlantis, so it suggests that.
Ooh, okay.
Of course, there's Hydra stuff. There's Nova Corps uniform. And the coolest thing, which I don't think we may or may not see, one of the things come up. So the last thing I got here is, of course, the Ultron Sentry is one of the coolest items.
Oh yeah, you're right. Okay, yeah, I'm glad you did highlight that. I don't know why we didn't see that because
I love the Ultron Sentry because what it does, right as you enter the ride, I believe it'll kind of like. Basically, it's the idea the collector either has it rigged up somehow that he says his own things along with its pre-programmed sayings, but it says its pre-programmed sayings or quotes from Age of Ultron. The idea that the mission of we have to make sure we destroy every Ultron Sentry, every Ultron duplicate. The idea the collector kind of snagged one of them for himself, and he's kind of
right.
kind of like a little decorative element for his big collection on the road. That's awesome. That's my favorite item on the whole thing.
Okay, I love the painting, very classy, almost kind of Haunted Mansion-esque.
I'll agree with you there, absolutely.
Okay.
Very Kirby-esque helmets on the wall, by the way, just very Galactus-looking pattern.
Mark, you mentioned that there's one painting here that's from the original ride, right?
It's in the same spot as Harold.
Oh, okay, got it.
But yeah, it would have been like in this. It's a painting from this area.
Okay.
Oh, wait a minute, hold it.
Wait, that's Goldblum.
Yeah, make it. Let's see.
Yes. You see, now I get to be in Disneyland.
That's totally Goldblum.
This is gonna sound a little weird. Who's Yeah, you're right. It is never mind. Look like one on the left. Obviously, it's collecting.
Yes, be sure to keep your hands, arms, feet, and legs inside the vehicle at all times. And don't watch your
you know what this?
Thank you.
You know what this looks like? It looks like they're playing games with each other. Like you get ticked off that they lost. That's what it looks like, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yes. Oh my god. Oh my god. You know what? It's saying the Grandmaster's a sore loser. That's what because he slapped it, and the collector's going like, oh, this guy. That's what this guy is. It's setting up the dynamic.
I love it.
Checkmate.
I love it.
Yeah. That's awesome. Okay, that was a hoot.
Yeah.
Yes, Universal lost the opportunity to have
on the left. There was
Park ride.
There was the Nova Corps uniform on the left. It's a little hard to make up. That's
Yeah.
There. Oh no, I'm sorry. No, that's.
There's just. What if they just had Glenn Close locked in one of those things, and she's like, "Hello, someone let me out."
Okay, actually, no, I was wrong. That was an Asgardian uniform. The Nova Corps thing is in there too, but that was like the thing. All the Asgardian troops that you're going to see in Ragnarok, they're all wearing that thing. Right. There's like the hand wavy thing, right? Or is that later on?
Yeah, I think it's right here, right, Monkey?
Yeah, this is the first time.
Where they scan your hands initially.
I love how like a little key inside the logo. That's really cool. Like, lock and key of the collector's cases. That's neat.
I like how even if you miss, like, say that part in the pre-show where they say we scan your hands, like, you still get the gist of it.
Yeah.
Like, that's what happened with me, for instance.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
And presto!
And I'm sure there's too many Easter eggs here to mention.
Yeah, there are a lot. These, I would honestly take, if I were to place money on, I would suggest that these items are probably from like deep cut Disney rides. A lot of any items in here, but they're kind of going for like an ancient, like really ancient stuff is in the really rare stuff. But at the same time, I wouldn't be surprised if they kind of squeeze into like real like kind of these like props in the Disney rides they put in here.
I mean, it's nothing that Monkey or I notice, right? Right, Monkey?
No, like I think the bellhop hat is in here, but I couldn't see it.
somewhere.
I'm just saying, it feels like some of those background stuff you'd have in rides, and a few of these like behind the cages and stuff here. I'm just saying, it's it's a guess.
It might just be like one of those things where the Imagineers just went out and bought the most weird crap they could find.
Yeah, that sounds good. Yeah.
And then, of course, the Walkman's in there.
Right.
True.
Right.
Yes. People are always so intrigued by everyone who captures storage. So intrigued by the Walkman, they try to take it for themselves. We saw with the blue guy in the kiln, and now we're seeing with the collector.
Oh, we just saw Rocket's tail.
Yes, we do, and of course, collector's getting into a
fell
spiel.
out.
Let's mute this guy.
Oh, there's his tail. Now, I would love to watch this, get like an overhead view of this sequence.
Oh, that'd be great.
Yeah, you gotta love how they, have that bit with the tail to further the illusion.
This
And
is
of course,
awesome.
This is the highlight of the attraction.
Yeah, this animatronic looks amazing.
It is pretty cool.
Yeah.
I mean, I think it fits right along with, what they're doing with I think the new, examples of new animatronics would be stuff like Radiator Springs Racers, stuff like Frozen Ever After at Disney World.
Yeah.
Let's see, stuff like the Seven Dwarfs Mine Train. And basically the idea is that they're animating these animatronics in a fluid way where it literally looks like the cartoon or the CGI coming to life.
And unlike Frozen and the Dwarves, this is an actual face, not a projection.
Right. Yeah, that's a good point too.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, is Olaf's not a projection, is he?
No, but I mean the humans are.
Yeah, I know, but I'm just saying Olaf is probably the equivalent to Rocket.
Yeah.
Where
although with Olaf, though I will give Olaf this, he's actually full body.
I know, right? That is one thing, yeah.
There would be a crossover. I'd love to see animatronic Rocket meets animatronic Olaf.
Oh my god.
But I mean, even then, this Rocket is still pretty cool. I mean,
yeah, but I think the thing that kind of binds, let's kind of take the dwarves out of the equation, but I think the thing that binds the cars from Racers and then Olaf and then Rocket together is the whole thing where they're moving on like a path.
Yeah.
Which kind of creates the illusion of, you know what I mean? Because
I'm sure it's easier for the cars because, they're obviously on tracks and stuff.
Of course, sure.
And they're cars.
And Cars was the first one to kind of do that effect. So that was an easy sort of prototype.
I mean, theoretically, you could say that one of the earliest examples was Ben Franklin at Epcot.
Well, yeah, sure.
But yeah, it's just going on from there. Yeah.
Okay. Hey, could I backtrack for a brief moment? I just wanted to point out with the scanning is I like that there was that setup line of the whole when you get scanned, it's a painless process when obviously it stings a little.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh yeah, so you got Rocky kind of making conversation with the audience experiment, saying, "Oh yeah, I'm breaking out of this place." And the collector's such an idiot.
Yeah, I like that. Well, of course I escaped. That's one of those lines that sticks out. When you're first discovering the attraction, there's new attraction thing.
Right.
This is kind of cool right here. What we have is this image here where
I love he has the little drawings of them and yay, Rocket, you're the best.
Exactly. I mean, this is brilliant. All the question marks of where's Rocket.
I said, even if you missed some of the stuff about say the power core in the pre-show, this kind of
it gets recapped here in a new way.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this catches you up on what you need to know.
Yeah. Oh, the Mantis and the Milan. Oh my god, I forgot about that. They even tell you this line we don't even get in but the Mantis and the Milan is going to show because he's putting out the stress call here, like he does in the comic.
Right.
That's cool. And basically needs our help to get onto the ride, I think. I think that's what he said.
Yeah, because his hands don't have clearance.
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly. So us raising our hands on the ride is what gives him the clearance.
It's a cool kind of immersive.
Oh, that's really cool.
What
I missed it the first couple of times I went.
The arm. Look.
Oh yeah, and he grabs the Walkman. Oh my God, yes.
Yeah,
Yeah, I mean, I know he has it at the end. I didn't know we saw it. Oh, it's fantastic.
yeah. Like I said, I didn't even see the Walkman on my first visit. So,
Can we see that again just for the novelty of it?
and then
Yeah,
the second
sure,
time I
sure.
saw the Walkman, but I didn't see him take it.
I
That was
heard
the
that he
reason I
took
was
it.
definitely wanted to get back on it like another day was to see him take it, how they do the effect.
Yes, I heard that they took it in.
I
Basically,
mean,
that they
the
have
effect
it
is actually pretty damn simple.
Yeah.
Like, it's tiki root levels of simple, but it's just awesome.
All right, here we go. Here's a moment of truth, folks.
Oh, it's so cool!
Oh man, that is awesome.
And then Boiler Room, which, I mean, yeah, it's obviously the Boiler Room from Tower of Terror, but, you know, it fits the new identity well.
It does. I'm not
My
gonna...
thing about this room is that it feels like you spend forever here, so...
I mean,
like,
that's
there's
the way
no...
it's always been with the Boiler Room.
Yeah, but I mean, like, especially after, you know, you have the first room where you got the video playing, and then you got a pre-show, and then this...
You gotta spend some silver
stretches.
before you get some gold.
I mean, this just really stretches, though.
Right.
I mean, would be cool if they had, like, I don't know, maybe like an announcement from the collector or something every so often.
I'm surprised they don't.
Yeah, they
Well,
should.
I think going through here at some point we see the cage full of the basically the properties room and the like the warning saying all about the various creatures and stuff warning you. I think we might see that coming up here at the.
I'm not sure. They're going on the upper walkway. I haven't seen the upper walkway stuff.
Well, I know somewhere that's where like there's like a properties room. I think you can see like Star-Lord's code. Or, like, oh, there it is, right there. That's what I'm talking about. It's on the left. Like this cage, everything inside these cages here is like this little gate. Gates. Yeah, there's the code there.
Right. Got it.
Like some additional Ravagers code and stuff.
You know the best thing about the upper level?
What?
You can look down and see floor. You
Oh
get a bird's eye view of floor.
my God.
You're really not letting that floor thing go, are you?
I have a thing for running jokes and inside jokes. What can you do, me? It's sort of weird to like. I keep expecting the portal to the fourth dimension to be
right.
They're really selling the VIP tour and every little warning there.
Oh, here's
There's
Harold.
Harold. Oh yeah.
I laughed hard when I saw him the first
yeah.
time.
Okay, so can you explain Harold to
there's-
a layman like myself? Can you explain Harold?
Okay, so Harold is of course the nickname for the abominable snowman
Okay,
from
right.
Matterhorn bobsleds.
Okay, I got
And-
you. That was the name of the guy. All right.
And he was replaced with a new upgraded snowman model a couple years back, which I personally like to refer to as Albert. I've gone into that in the past. I remember, like, there's also an octopus from the Country Bear Vacation Ho down here on the right.
On the right. Okay.
Let me ask you this: do you think it's a recreation of the old one, or is they actually put the old one in there?
It's probably an actual animatronic. I
It
would
looks
think.
like it looks exactly like the old one looked.
Yeah.
So
And also, like, behind the octopus is where that Tower of Terror portrait is.
got it.
That's kind of a cool little
Thank you.
detail. They moved everything to the basement what it was previously. That was kind of neat.
Okay, that's about it for the pre-show.
Well,
Oh,
Did you ever want to experience that warehouse from the Electric Light
I know,
Parade
right,
returning commercial?
right.
Here's something.
that's honestly just kind of a neat.
There's like 3 things.
Yeah, Dragon.
I'm sorry. I was just gonna say that's kind of a really neat kind of story to go through. Like you were. It's almost like pitching a Pixar film. It's like, hey, there was like the story of the animatronic once it's done, like a short film, not like the story of the animatronic once it was like part of the ride, and then it just moves to various different rides.
Yeah, I've thought of how to fit that in with the backstory I came up with about how, like, Harold quit being in the Matterhorn because he was upset with the direction Disney's taking.
Yeah.
Figured out a reason why he agreed to be a part of this ride, but
So I know they don't
And-
measure up to the Bell House, but I really like the idea of like little kind of guides of little collector guides here.
who are on
Monkey
Rocket's side, I think.
Monkey, how do you, now that you've experienced 5 times, how do you feel about these bellhops?
Yeah.
They're fine. Like,
Yeah.
they don't really stand out for you like the bellhops did.
I don't know. I don't know if these bellhops did. I mean, maybe not quite as much as the bellhops, but
Uh-huh.
It does make sense, by the way.
It almost feels more justified now having the automatic sliding door.
What do you mean?
In the elevator, how they slide the little thing that slides closed.
Oh, right.
Yeah, that almost feels like it makes more sense here than it did in the tower.
Mm-hmm.
Like, yeah, it's an alien vehicle thing. So, like,
Right.
yeah, you'd have these automatic things, not like some elevator. What was it, a ghost or something? Do not close the elevator door, please. I will close it for you. That wasn't even a Paul Frees impression. What the hell, me?
You have something kind of cool with just you pointed out the guards kind of the collector cronies.
Now I will open the gantry lift door, and Howard the Duck will follow you home.
Howard the Duck can follow me home any day.
You're not really thinking that one through, are you?
No, I'm not.
but yeah,
Go Warriors! I'm sorry.
With the with the guards switching sides, switching the rockets, it makes all sense work because we saw how the collector treats his servants, like Karina and stuff. Again, the girl tried to blow herself up, and she tried to overthrow him, end up blowing herself up.
I do like the detail, Monkey. I do like the detail of the guards being on our side. Like that is a fun kind of twist on it.
It makes sense.
Whereas the tower bellhops were more just kind of I don't know if jerk was the right word, but
bad at their jobs.
I mean, they were charming.
Right now, I'm picturing some jerk as a tower bellhop. That would have been beautiful.
Actually, does sound quite appealing. I gotta say.
Warriors.
What do you keep saying, Warriors? I don't get it.
Because the Golden State Warriors just won the NBA Finals.
Oh,
and people are celebrating.
Okay.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Play that goes wrong.
Okay, so the thing I really like about the way they changed the ride experience up is that we get kind of a space shot style launch.
Yeah.
And I've heard really good things about this, Monkey. I've heard that it's a lot of fun. It's a big adrenaline rush right at the start. Right, Rocket plugs in the Walkman.
And of course, it makes the little him grabbing the Walkman even better because that's why he has the Walkman in the right because he snagged it, and also just the
and
concept.
As a fan of the musical All Shook Up, I was very pleasantly surprised to hear "Burning Love." Love that number.
I just want to briefly, again, applause the ride. Just the concept of this ride I'm saying that the sense it makes, you've seen what we saw in Guardians where Rocky he turned off the gravity, and that's that's kind of that messed with things like that allowed them to escape. So here we're kind of mirroring something very familiar from the first Guardians movie, but we're making it make sense within this ride. Okay, that's why we're going up and down because him turning messing with the gravity on and off.
Right.
It's a cool idea.
And one of the versions I have seen does include anti-gravity, so
nice.
Yeah, I remember the first time I rode was the Jackson 5-bit, and yeah, that is the perfect track to have for your first time on a Guardians of the Galaxy ride. I mean, that's the perfect one.
Yes.
Isn't it? I mean, just for at least for your first time going on a Guardians ride.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Of course, here we have the generator being shut down by Rocket.
I think this is a pretty cool.
The hallway of cords.
Yeah, it's kind of the server farm of the place almost.
Right. I like
almost
how
expect those little robots from Crashbox to fly by. You probably have no idea what I'm referencing.
No, I'm not.
Yeah.
I like how it kind of almost looks like Christmas lights.
Oh, yeah.
In a way, yeah, I kind of see
it. Very colorful.
What would a Mission Breakout holiday version be like?
Oh, we could do a full podcast on that.
James Gunn actually says he wants to do a Christmas special.
Yeah.
So.
Okay.
Now, I guess after this, we'll touch on the gist of the variations are. So, I mean, of course, here with the Burning Love version here, of course, the three of them just pop out. They're all celebratory, and then Drax gets dragged off to parts unknown by the monster from Volume 2.
Yeah, it's just like in the Jackson 5 segment.
Okay.
Right. Kind of a cool Scooby-Doo-esque kind of little moment of oh, look. There's the monster.
What we're getting into a thing with this ride is that it's almost impossible to make out the dialogue.
Yeah, so you've
Like,
heard.
Especially with like the screaming and such, like...
There's not
Oh,
really
we'll
a
get
whole
to it.
lot of dialogue, though. It's usually just like, ha ha ha.
Yeah, but, in a ride that includes a bunch of wisecracks and one-liners and whatever, you'd probably want to hear them, like...
Well, all the dialogue's at the end.
Rocket is cracking jokes throughout the whole thing.
Well, yeah, you can hear that when you go all the way to the top,
them.
though.
Monkey can't.
Like, if it wasn't for people mentioning it online, I would have no idea there was a line about Disneyland.
Yeah.
Oh, right. Okay, oh, yeah. Wasn't there in person. So
it looks like we're coming up to one of the things that you actually can hear, where Drax says you're welcome. Yeah, this was a pleasant surprise, because, like, when... Like, I had Burning Love, my second ride, and so it gets to this, I'm like, oh, something different, cool. Like, something more exciting than the other one, where it's like, whoa, I can actually kind of tell what's happening in this.
Right.
This is awesome. He just jumps out of the mouth, kind of like how he jumps into the mouth in Volume 2. And then, how do we make that even better? He turns around, he punches the thing right in the face, and he says, the tagline from the first
welcome.
Yeah, the tagline from the first one. You're welcome.
And then chaos. Yeah, going up and down.
And this is Rocket kind of messing with the anti-gravity, I'm assuming.
Yeah, of course, here we have the Disneyland gag, and then, of course, rocks the whole kind of the logic of the ride that, okay, so the collector must be going plant to plant. That's why we're on Disneyland.
Right. A variation of the Disneyland line that I've heard that I love is Disneyland, that's thematically inconsistent.
Does he really say that?
Yes.
So I've heard.
Which is a great kind of like, it's like kind of like acknowledging the people that are saying that this feels out of place.
And if I may, like, offer a sort of rebuttal to those who are like, now he mentions Disneyland is a real place, so it's ruining the illusion. I have 2 words.
Yes.
I mean, I'd like to offer 2 words.
Yes.
Feel free to react as you like.
Yeah, hold it.
Railroad.
Right.
Welcome aboard the Disneyland Railroad. Wait, this train is mentioned like Disneyland, so we're in a place called Disneyland, like a theme park. Illusion ruined. No stars. -1 stars.
Of course, this is actually... So in the various versions, this, of course, is the ending. It's really nice.
Yeah, it seems like they played this little clip in all the versions.
Mm-hmm. See, we got there's, of course, the Milana. I love seeing the Milana. Now that we get Mantis, again, she showed up with the Milana, hence the ride logic. Little Cosmo Space Dogs there. Good morning, getting all, oh, look, ain't Cosmo. And, of course, from behind.
We get the Walkman back.
Yep,
which is awesome. And then, of course, the monster from Volume 2 is kind of chowing down some of the loose, things caught in the cells, just kind of flying around. There we go.
Yeah, there he is. Yeah, right.
That thing is so cool looking.
Nice.
It was when you arrive near the bottom. I think you can still kind of hear the little crashing sound effect from Tower.
Okay.
Oh, makes sense. This is kind of
like this line Drax has here. It's really hard to tell what he's saying at the end.
I know what he's saying.
Or like, and especially because like then it's like they're over a PA system, so it's even harder to hear them to make out what they're saying.
I really like the ending of the thing though, when they're all just kind of saying. They're all saying goodbye and thank you, and it's really nice. Well, thank you. They're all waving.
Yeah.
They wave goodbye at the end. Then, of course, when we get down there, like you can still hear them say goodbye. And then Drax saying, "Why are you thanking them? You should be thanking me." I said,
Nice.
So you say I can hardly hear what he's saying. So
yeah.
Hopefully, it's just if it is just a sound issue. Hopefully, that's something that can be plussed.
I'm sure they can address that in the future. Yeah.
So let's just go over the 3 of the versions, kind of list off the songs. We don't have to go.
Jackson, I Want You Back.
Mm-hmm.
Burning Love.
Mm-hmm.
Free Ride, that the Edgar Winners one?
Yeah, Free Ride, you got it. Okay,
yeah.
Now it's 3 of the 6. So the other ones
the only ones I've been on.
The other ones, let's see, Give Up the Funk.
Yeah.
Hit Me With Your Best Shot.
Hit Me With Your
And
Best
Born
Shot.
to Be Wild, yeah.
Bingo, all
Born
6.
to Be Wild. Right on.
Let me see. Here's yeah, you don't want me to spoil anything, so I guess I shouldn't mention what some of the other stuff we see is, or what?
I mean, you can mention the other stuff in the Jackson.
Like I could take out my headphones, maybe.
I mean, what have you seen, Monkey? The Jackson 5 one, and then the
Jackson 5, Burning Love, Edgar Winters. Free ride, I mean.
Okay, so Dragon, any variations on the Jackson 5 and Free Love?
Let me see.
Or Free Ride, I mean.
Well, I know I have the one for Best Shot. I'm just trying to. Oh yeah, let's see, Best Shot. So we saw the Drax punch. And there's another one. Hmm. You know what? Just it's varied. I guess. Let's just. I mean, I could. Yeah, I could go through it, but it's not important. I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I forgot like which one's which, so I can't really. Kind of
We'll leave it for you to discover. Because apparently that's still possible in our land of internet.
I know, right? I don't know what any of the variations are. Okay, so I guess we'll.
And
quickly...
also, yeah, I do think that they don't assign specific variations to specific shafts.
I would not think so. I would think it'd just be like randomized.
I mean, like, the 2 times I got free ride were the exact same station, but there was one station where I got different things.
Wait
I think I had Burning Love in 2 different stations.
Remind me, Monkey, what about Best Shot and Funk? Do you have those? Which?
No.
I guess in neither of those two?
I said I've been on it 5 times. I've only experienced 3 variations.
Right. So. Yeah, I figured out what they were, so if you want to go through them, it's those 2, but...
I'd rather... It's fine, we can just move on.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's talk about the gift shop, then.
Okay, go.
Yeah, you exit out, and there's, like, the Employee of the Month things that, like, all look like the same woman.
Again, they're all Karina, or like Karina lookalikes, so they all...
Yeah. And they're playing songs like "If You Like Pina Coladas" and "Getting Caught in the Rain."
Songs from the mixtapes, of course.
Yeah.
Now, I'm not as impressed with the gift shop just because I don't think they put a ton of work into actually making it look visually different from the Tower of Terror gift shop. But having said that, I do like the story of it, as you said, Dragon. I do like the story of the gift shop.
It's called creative. The Collector's Warehouse. Yes.
Yes.
So, yes.
So it's at least a good excuse to go through a gift shop. The one thing I can say about the gift shop, I need Howard the Duck in my life. Like that, I need it, please.
Remember, didn't I say something in our Facebook group about like I just love the visual of Evan in a podcast in his little window down on the right, surrounded by Howard the Duck dolls.
Fuck Evan! I need to be surrounded by Howard the Duck dolls.
You both can be. You both can be.
Can I list off a few really cool items we got in the gift shop, or what?
Sure. I mean, nothing's as cool as Howard the Duck.
Well, I know. I'm saying that's a really because not only is it Howard the Duck, folks, it's the MCU version of Howard the Duck in like a little container you can take home with you.
Right.
It's just, and again, it seems to be exclusive just to the park. You can't really find it anywhere else. I think it's exclusive to the park. We have some Marvel selects, and if I'm right, I mean they're tied into the comics version, but they also have like the comics version style to the movies. They have like Star-Lord in the red jacket, which I'm really jealous of. Like, oh, I want that. You have some cool Guardians and Marvel merchandise all around the place. I just love how it's sectioned off. I mean, I haven't seen the original gift shop, so again, I can't tell how similar it is. But I just love the kind of setup of like you have this there's like all these different sections. You got Spider-Man, you got the Avengers, you got the Guardians section, like a whole lot of them all.
To be honest with you, I kind of would have preferred it if it was just all Guardian stuff and they would have gone a little bit more unique with it.
Well, true, but I'm just saying, I like that they divided this. If you want Guardians, it's all around.
In any case, this room still does have the one thing that might be cooler than Howard the Duck.
Oh God, what?
Floor.
Monkey. Oh God. All right.
Where's some sign? Anyways, there's so I mentioned the Marvel Selects. We have the Tavon pins, and I really love there's the logo on the Tavon pins. Everyone wants that. I got the. I love how they have these little display cases, like in the collector cells. They have like these really cool statues and stuff and figures inside the little mini collector cells, like kind of.
Right. Yeah, that's fun. Of course, they have the baby Groot.
Mm-hmm.
The baby Groot cups.
Yeah.
I love the Baby Groot cups. I want
Yes, yes.
them so bad. You can drink from, like, Baby Groot, growing inside the plant from the first Guardians. That's awesome. Yes. Oh, yeah, that's really.
If only Captain EO was still around, so you could take it in there. I mean, yeah, I know you shouldn't drink during there, but that would be funny. Although it would have been wonderful if someone took like if that was still around, someone took their Groot cup to the exit and had it dance around to another part of me.
Oh, but here's something, Teague, you're gonna like this. There's something really cool that is styled in the Guardian style. It's, again, there's gonna be more Guardians than there are the Marvel stuff. So I'm saying if you were to measure it, you'd have that because all the Groot, everything in the center is Guardian. Just to the side, you have some Marvel stuff. But this is really cool though. I love this. On basically around the Guardian section, you have 80s specific merchandise. You have
Oh, nice.
you have arcade game, like they basically 80s style merchandise. You have like little arcade games, like it's like the size of a full size it's like a full size arcade thing, but it's really shrunken down. It's like like the thing it has Simon, like the boop boop boop, like the closing count.
Yeah.
And of course, Light Bright too, and it's a lot of famous 80s
Cool.
toys. That was just all really neat stuff. And then the last item before we just get to the outside, they have a cool penny crunching machine.
Yeah,
Guardians,
as all good attractions should.
as they should. Yes.
Yeah.
And on the outside, I guess just kind of little the end of the gift shop. On the outside of the gift shop, I'm pretty sure it's where does they have this the items collected with the big red X.
That's above the door as you go out, so it's inside.
Well, all right, okay.
Okay. So Dragon, you wanted to briefly touch on the dance-off thing?
Yeah, sure. The dance off is really it's kind
Yeah, I
of
caught a glimpse of it.
I'm sorry.
I caught a glimpse of it. So
Yeah, the dancing show is this cute little thing. It's kind of like how Star Wars has the
Yeah, we don't talk about that.
what? Oh, right. No, okay. Let
We
me
don't talk about that.
Would you let me finish so I can clarify?
Fine.
Not that, but it's like how
That.
can I I'm not that.
Okay.
But I was thinking more like the Jedi Academy type things, like a Jedi.
Okay, fine. Yeah. It's just like Star Wars and dance off. It's just like it should never happened. It should have never happened.
Well, I'm saying I'm speaking to the good versions of both here. You have a Jedi Academy, and the equivalent for Guardians would be a dance off because Peter Quill, he loves to dance, loves music, loves all this stuff. Kind of a mini story of it that they act out.
So you get to turn the entry area of the ride into a dance floor.
Right.
It's a cute little story, Quill kind of flirting with Gamora, kind of bringing out the boombox, and playing "Come and Get Your Love" and all sorts of other stuff. And just the version I watched, like they played that, I was like, yes, all right, there, and all the sweet spots there, and they're getting people, volunteers, the dancing, and basically the mission of the crux of things, like getting Gamora to have a good time, which of course part of the show. By the end, she does. It's all nice stuff. Then the songs obviously seem to be all Guardians pulls, and then of course the end of the thing is awesome. They have like the Groot comes out, for the meet and greet, and just Groot.
Yes.
Groot
Groot is very impressive. Yeah.
Groot looks
cool. I forget if he can say "I am Groot" or not, but like saying Groot.
I'm pretty sure he can. I've heard him say it.
That's awesome. That's so cool.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's the whole shebang. That's Mission Breakout.
Okay, and then also we should talk about the Avengers hatch.
Oh yeah, that.
Yeah. So what's the deal with this thing anyway? So Avengers hatch.
It's just there by the fast pass queue, by the fast pass return queue.
It's basically a hatch,
Outside.
like a hatch with the Avengers A logo on it.
Yeah.
And that's it.
Does it signify anything?
It signifies that I'm guessing that there's basically like a plot of land that's essentially a parking lot that's right off to the side of Tower of Terror that they can use as an expansion pad. And I'm guessing that it's going to signify that area is going to be an Avengers E-ticket.
I gotta tell you, that sounds really cool. Kind of sounds almost like in the Arkham games for Batman. This is kind of a weird pull to go from now on. In the Arkham games, they're famous for their Easter eggs, and of course, the really most famous Easter egg from any of those games was that there was a really hidden one that developers had to tell people that if you broke down like this room that's not like marked breakable, you can break through and you see the blueprints for Arkham City, which was the second game. So you go back
nice.
And basically like show you, hey, we're going to be doing Arkham City, which of course it was announced at that point. Like they had it there the whole time and no one found it.
Oh.
It was kind of like this. It's kind of like, hey, more on the way, and there's like a little mysterious Avengers hatch.
Right, exactly.
It's cool,
Okay, so I guess we got through everything. Any final thoughts, guys? Monkey,
Yeah.
any?
Mission Breakout. So
Yeah.
I mean, I'm definitely going again to see the rest of it, and even after that, yeah, I'm sure I'll do it every now and then. So, like, I feel like it's more of a cohesive unit than the tower was. Although I might slightly prefer the actual ride on tower. It's, like the pace. I just found the pacing better, I guess. Like
I can
like
see that because this just launches you into the drop sequence
Yeah,
right
this
away.
one
where
is-
they,
Yeah, this one is pretty. This one's kind of like one note chaos, and
right.
and again, like it's hard to hear what they're saying.
I definitely think the cue and the story is better in this though than it was
Yeah, I
in the
think
original
you could
tower.
say that. Yeah, like I said, it's a more cohesive unit. Like
Right.
tower, you went from lobby to a library where you watched a really short movie for some reason, and then you go into a boiler room.
Right.
Whereas this, they're like it makes more sense. Like you're going as you're on your way to a gantry lift.
Mm-hmm.
Excuse me.
Okay,
But yeah.
Dragon, any final thoughts?
So,
Or I'm sorry, Monkey, you have anything else? Okay.
I guess not.
Dragon?
I had a really good time with this ride. Bear in mind, not writing it, but I had a good time watching people ride. I had a really good time watching the ride. It was a really good birthday treat for me because kids when it came out, I was like always kind of marking down the back of my mind. It's like, oh yeah, it's when Guardians happens on that day. It's gonna be
Right.
It'd be a fun thing to check out, and watching is like again that for me that pre-show, the pre-show and the queue and everything. That to me was enough. Like, oh my god, such a. I was wondering how they're going to tie it all together, and then the fact they got the actors and everything's like, oh my god, that is it's so immersive. You're immersed in the Guardians universe, which I think is the most important quality thing, right? If you're immersed in the story of it, and
Look, like even the loading sign that's like, here's how you load that diagram. I think it actually looks better now than it did in the tower.
Really?
Like for whatever reason, the tower one just always made me think Six Flags. Whereas this feels like it definitely fits in with the. It feels less like, here's how you're supposed to board the thrill ride, and it's more it's more with the theming.
For sure.
So again, just on the whole, just a really good time with it. Everything I kind of was expecting from it in a good way. I'm just saying, like, oh yeah, I wanted something to feel like the movie version of Guardians, and it does. And of course, I can definitely see him like adding different songs, adding more variations in the future if he wanted to. And even if not, I'm very satisfied with this. And again, just like Gamora got some funny stuff to do. It was the whole shebang was Again, it's basically this ride sold me. Like if I were ever there, I would go on this ride based on just the fact that it's fantastic.
Oh, come on down, fella.
Well, I'm just saying, and I would probably ordinarily would never go on Terra, but this one actually sold me on going on a Terra type ride if it was going to be this well and this this quality.
Yeah, we'll get you and Tiki and Evan down here. And...
Oh my god, Sandy Claus. Oh boy.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, so thanks for joining us, folks. This took a while to produce, so it's a little late. It's a little late getting uploaded.
But we hope that this podcast was able to floor you.
Floor you. Ha. Ha. Ha.
I would make a ceiling joke, but I'm not above it.
Oh, God.
I hate you so much right now.